So today I'm going to be showing you how to make some homemade cream soda and show you how easy it is to do it and how good it really is. I suppose I can't really show you how good it is, but you'll have to take my word for it until you make it. So anyways, why don't you come on over and I'll show you what's going on over here. So this is what the beginnings of cream soda looks like. All we have in here is water and sugar, and what we're really looking to do is just to bring it to a boil. And once it does boil, this will actually turn clear and not have this cloudy appearance that it has right now. So once it does start boiling, though, you want to be very, very careful because this can be very hot. If you do 2 cups of sugar to 1 cup of water, that's the ratio that we're looking for. So the batch I have in here now, I'm making a little bit less than 2 quarts. So I'm doing 7 cups of sugar to 3.5 cups of water. So you can see I'm still keeping that ratio. This is the most I've made at one time. This is only the second time making it, but it turned out so good the first time. I decided to make some more for me, and then I got one other person who is also a big fan of cream soda, so I'm going to be making her some also. So for now, until this comes to a boil, which may not be too long, I think what I'm going to do is I'll just keep stirring and stop talking. Now you can see we're getting a lot more bubbles here and a lot more motion going on, so should be getting there. There we go. Just remember to be very careful with this. You might even want to take it off the heat once it starts doing that. See, and there we go, look at that. Completely clear. So that's what we're looking for. So once it starts boiling, I know I just put it back on the heat, but once it starts boiling and you can see that it's crystal clear like that, then we're really done as far as that goes. So set this off to the side here. And we'll let this cool down. Now, you can cool this down any way you'd like. Now, here's the flavors that we're putting in here. So, what I got is 3.5 tablespoons, or I'm sorry, 3.5 teaspoons of vanilla and 3.5 teaspoons of almond extract. So the idea here is to do half a teaspoon, or I'm sorry, 1 teaspoon for every pint, and since I'm making 2 quarts, that's pretty much, I believe that's what the math comes out to. So we'll go ahead and put this and stir this in to the pot there, and go ahead and stir that up a little bit. And other than letting this cool and transferring it to some jars, this is it. This is how simple it was. And it tastes amazing. So I will show you how to make the actual drink though, using this syrup. And that's literally what we did with the sugar and the water. We made what's called a simple syrup. We let the water, a lot of the water will evaporate, and the sugar goes from crystal form to liquid form, and we get the syrup out of it. So and then we just put in the flavors. Once this cools down, what I've been doing is for about a 12-ounce glass, you know, so like a low ball, or you know, one of them short, wider glasses, it's about 12 ounces, and you'll use about 1/4 cup, and you can play with that depending on your taste. I kind of like the sweet and be able to taste all the flavors, so 1/4 cup for every 12 ounces is what I've been doing, and it just tastes wonderful. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this over to the sink and let it cool down a little bit quicker just before we transfer it to the jars here. And then while I cool that down, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the camera, and we'll be back as soon as I got it at a decent temperature, which shouldn't take too long, and start pouring it in the jars, and I'll show you how to make it. So now I have our syrup that we're going to be using to make the cream soda from cooling on this side of the sink. You can't really see it, but what we're going to do is go ahead and clean out the jars that we're going to be putting it in using hot water. You can sterilize them if you want, or use a professional cleaner or something. For this, I'm just going to clean them out. They've had the lids on the whole time, so I'm not really too worried about them being all dusty and dirty on the inside, really. There is another video for actually showing you how to sanitize and clean stuff that I've done. So if that's what you'd like to do, go ahead and go to that video and check that out. So, and the other thing too, now you should be using hot water for this, and for a couple reasons. Obviously for, you know, just using it to rinse, but also because it's going to heat up the glass. And when we pour this stuff, even though I said it's cooling, it is still not like cold, so it is still going to be very much warm. And I'm going to go ahead and actually I'm going to just use one of our towels here. Hopefully I don't spill on that. So far, I've been pretty good. So that way we got something to balance that. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring the syrup over. And we're just going to go ahead and pour this stuff in, being as careful as possible. And maybe start with that. And then as long as you grab it up here, we're okay. And again, if you end up spilling any and you get it like on the rim or whatever, be very, very careful, because the stuff, because it's sugar, and sugar boils at a much higher temperature than water does, it is not going to feel good. And we'll fill that one to there. Bring this one to the same level, and you know, I kind of did the math based off the smaller jar that I made, so I wasn't looking to fill these to the brim, but I was looking to get pretty close. And I was accounting for the water evaporation, because I found out, based on the first batch that I had made, that because of the 2-to-1 ratio, this is the first jar that I made here, and so 2 cups of sugar to 1 cup of water filled this, and I thought, well, you know what, that's 2 cups right there. So that means for however much sugar I'm putting into the recipe, keeping that 2-to-1 ratio, the water is just going to boil off. And so that's essentially what we're left with here. So what I did is, instead of saying 4 cups, 8 cups, I went and did 7, and then 3.5 cups of water to 7 cups of sugar. And you can see, I mean, this got us pretty close to the brim without getting too close. So that's the canning part of it. You can keep this in the fridge for a while, although I will tell you it's probably not going to last that long. So this will probably, if I keep up at the rate I'm going, this might last me, you know, it's Sunday right now, probably last me maybe halfway to the week if I keep drinking it the way I am. So we'll see how that goes. Then you can just go ahead and take your lids and put your lids on there. put the lid on that one. And again, I can't stress this enough. This liquid is still pretty hot, even though it's been cooling in some water. So make sure when you grab the jar, I mean, that's almost like coffee mug warm though. So these jars are a little bit thicker than this one is. So this one heated up pretty good. I can still, you know, carry this to the fridge. So that's not so bad. This one's a little bit hotter though. So just be careful. I don't want to end up with any injuries. So, and then to make it, this is what it ends up looking like. Looks kind of weird, you know, like watered down milk or something. Looks like it could even be coconut flavored, but that's the cream that we're looking at. So what we're doing, hold on one second. So because I don't have any more to show you, because I've been a pig, for glass like this, I mean, we're talking 16 ounces, and then well, I don't have a 12-ounce one on hand right now because they're in the dishwasher. So you figure, you know, one that the low ball glasses that are about half this height are about 12 ounces. And then what you do is drop in about 3 or 4 ice cubes, whatever size you're using, doesn't matter. Literally just a splash of the heavy whipping cream. So just to illustrate kind of what I mean, for a size glass like this, I literally, obviously this is open end, I don't want to pour any more in there, so I literally just go like that. That's it. It's all you need. You don't want to put too much of that in there. And then what you're going to do for a glass this size, you're going to do about 3/8 cup, which is a 1/4 cup, and then half of a 1/4 cup for this size. If it's a low ball, the 12-ounce, then just do a 1/4 cup. And then club soda or seltzer water. Make sure it's not a flavored water though, because otherwise that's going to mess everything up. And then you just add the water, mix it up, and that's what you get. And like I said, I can't tell you how good it is and how simple it is. You know, we just walked through on how to make this much of it, and it was really about as quick as it took to make the video. So hopefully you people out there that are looking to make cream soda will enjoy this recipe, plain and simple. And hope you guys have fun doing it, and thanks for coming to my kitchen.